You don't have a discipline problem. You have a tolerance problem. Look at your life, not your goals, not your vision board, your actual life. It's a reflection of what you're willing to accept. And right now, you're accepting too little. You don't get what you want. You get what you tolerate. You say you want more money, more respect, better physique, stronger mindset, but your standards don't match your desires. You tolerate hidden snooze. You tolerate skipping workouts. You tolerate distractions. You tolerate people talking over you. You tolerate being average, just comfortably enough. And then you ask why nothing changes. Here's the truth. Every time you tolerate something small, you lower the ceiling on your life. Standards are not what you post online. Standards are what you enforce in private.
When no one is watching, when you're tired, when it's inconvenient, when it would be easier to let it slide, that's when your real standards show up. And most men fail there, not because they're incapable, but because they've normalized mediocrity. You don't notice it at first. It starts small. 5 more minutes in bed, 1 missed workout, 1 ignored task, 1 moment of disrespect you don't address. And over time, that becomes your identity. You don't rise to your ambition, you sink to your tolerance. That's why some men look unstoppable. It's not talent, it's refusal. They refuse to hit snooze. They refuse to break promises. They refuse to let standards slip. And refusal creates power.
So how do you fix it? You stop chasing motivation and you start raising standards. Ask yourself this: what am I done tolerating? That question changes everything. Step 1, audit your life honestly. Where are you soft? Where do you let things slide? Be specific. Sleep, training, work ethic, social boundaries, phone use, self-talk. Write it down. Because what you tolerate repeatedly becomes your lifestyle permanently. Step 2, raise 1 standard. Not 10, 1. 1 area where you draw a line. I don't hit snooze. I don't miss planned workouts. I don't let people interrupt me. I don't scroll before work. Make it simple, but make it absolute. Because a standard that bends under emotion isn't a standard, it's a suggestion. Step 3, enforce it without drama. No announcements, no motivational speeches, no social media declarations, just enforcement, every single time. This is where identity changes, because every time you enforce a standard, you send a signal to yourself: I am not negotiable. And when a man becomes non-negotiable with himself, his posture changes, his voice changes, his decisions change, his confidence changes. Not because he feels powerful, but because he has proof. Self-respect isn't built through hype, it's built through boundaries. Boundaries with others, and boundaries with yourself. You don't need to transform your entire life overnight. You need to stop allowing small weaknesses to survive, because small standards compound. The man who refuses to hit snooze eventually refuses average income. The man who refuses weak habits eventually refuses weak opportunities. The man who refuses weak treatment eventually commands respect. Your life is not random. It's structured around what you allow. Raise your standards and your environment will respond. Keep tolerating less and your life will shrink to match it. High standards create pressure. Pressure creates growth. Growth creates leverage, and leverage creates power.